Hey Gabriel, you got about 10 more minutes to get your screens ready. Welcome to class. And also then we're going to, do our norms and get into the problem. So this clock's going to expire, but you got about 10 more minutes to put up there. Okay, let me stop this. There we go. I had to find my mouse. All right, so put 10 more minutes up here. And after this 10-minute clock expires, everybody's considered late. So use this 10 minutes to set your screens up, Gabe, so we can get started on the assignment. You should make in this area over here your Google Doc, and we should get ready to type everything up. Okay, I think some students are coming in the room. Lisa's arrived.
Hello.
St. Kyra's arrived. Hello, Lisa. Uh,
Hey, Tyler.
hello. So you guys, we got 8 more minutes before people are considered late. Use this time to set up your screens. Use this time to set up your screens the same way. I see Daje arrived. We will start in 8 minutes. Use this time to make sure your computers are plugged up. You got all the power. Your microphone is working and your camera's working, because there's going to be times where I ask you questions for participation points. But right now, just use this 8 minutes to set your screens up. You should be logged into EDSB, and you should set up a Google Doc directly adjacent to the EDSB window. All right. So let me take a note of who's here in the attendance log. Where did my, okay, I got to resize this. There we go. I knew I had my attendance up already. Okay. And I gotta, okay, somebody else. Okay, 2 people are coming. That sound means it's 2 people that arrived. Let me come back to the right screen. Who's here now? Oh goodness, I wish I had 3 screens. Okay, so let me see here. Participants. I really wish I had 3 screens. Okay, nobody. Well, then why did it make that sound? That means somebody's coming though. I gotta wait. But they made it on time if they're here, because after the 7 minutes is up, you're considered late, and that removes participation points. By the way, Sharon Franklin. Okay, so it took a while. I see Joelle's arrived and Miss Franklin's arrived. Okay, cool. So 7 minutes, we're going to start, everybody. Please set your screens up the way I have, the way I'm presenting it to you. So when we go through this problem, you're like trying to flip through tabs and somebody else is coming. Who is this? Okay, I got to wait to see who comes in the room. That's something I just learned. They don't just come in when you hear that sound. Mr. Champagne has arrived. Okay. 6 minutes, you should be setting up your screens the way I have. We're going to start. If you come in if you come in after that 10-minute grace period, you're considered late, and that hurts a lot of your extra credit. That's how I'm doing that. So if you come in late and you're just like, whatever, right, you're hurting your extra credit moments, right, or participation point moments. So try to get here on time. In 6 minutes, we're going to start. Please set your screens up, and we're going to go through the norms. Make sure your microphones are working, because I'm going to call on you. It's not to pick on you, but if you're in class, you're in class. And if you don't respond, I'm going to assume you're doing something else. Okay, so now I'll get back to this attendance screens. I got to change it. Some people have just come. Okay, so I want to go to my 3rd period.
Tyler, did you put in grade?
Did I put in grades? I put in a few. So we're going to discuss that, because some people were turning stuff in late in Kyra. So I was a little bit nice and kind of
Okay.
right. You already know how that went down. But I looked at your work. You don't have really too much to worry about. I gotta look again, but I think you're straight. It's other people I gotta get it on their case about attendance. All right, so let me just run through this real quick because we got 5 minutes.
Not me, Mr. Tyler, because I know I did good.
Oh, calm down, Miss Diva. All right, so if I'm gonna call out these names, if you hear your name, don't respond unless I didn't say your name, right? So in case you think I messed up. So Lisa's here. Lee Carter, I don't see him. He's absent. Mr. Champagne is here. Connor is absent. Davis is absent. Sharon Franklin is here. Sankara Lightu is here. Gabriel Mayweather is here. Dajay Moore is here. Joel Moreno is here. Mr. Porter is absent. Christian Puentes, I think I said that right. Absent. We have a new student, Ariana Richardson, not here. I got to follow up with Ortiz. Melody Terry, I got to look at the chat. I don't see her yet. All right, so not here. She usually comes in late. I gotta call. Tyler, Jamel Tyler. Okay, Gabriel left. I hope he comes back. That's gonna affect this. Alexis Valdez, Wallace. Oh, he's back. Okay, cool. I was worried about you, Gabe. I was gonna have to reverse that present to an absent, and then the staff is gonna be contacting you, like, what's going on? All right. So let me send this to the office and put this back in the corner so I can use it later. Okay. So 3 minutes and we're going to start. You should be setting your screens up in case you didn't know. Go log into SB on this side of the screen here. Make sure you have your SB and then resize it. And then over here, just to show you what you should be doing in case you forgot, but we've been doing this for 2 weeks. You're going to make another browser, right? So I'm just going to grab a tab and resize it, just like I'm doing on the screen. Oh, that's the wrong resizing. Okay, let me just move you out the way. All right. And you're going to resize your screen. So this way you can work on the document as we talk about it. And you can also, I didn't mean to post that twice. I thought it didn't post. All right. Anyway, so you should be looking at the do now for today, which is gravity escape system. Okay. All right. So we're going to go through our norms. How much time we got left? Should we start? Oh, in 2 minutes. So let me get this ready. Make sure that's set up for you guys. It should already be established like I'm doing. So just use this 10 minutes correctly and the class will run smooth. Otherwise, you're like, I'm lost. Hold on, wait, miss it. That means you was doing something else, right? You wasn't paying attention in class. So get ready to open a new document. And you should already know what to do. But if you don't, I'm going to go through it in 2 minutes. Looks like somebody else is arriving. Melody made it before the clock expired, so she won't be considered late. Way to go, Melody. Let me change the attendance to present. She just made it. Terry, there she is. Okay, change. She's present. She's present. Say start of class. Okay. Yeah, like so, like you just seen, everyone, you can save yourself and get all the credit for today if you're at least on time. I even gave you 10 minutes. I don't know. There we go. Okay, she saved correctly into the attendance log. Just want to make sure the staff knows what's what. Okay, so I need you all to get ready to use your microphones. Later on, I'm gonna ask you to turn on your cameras, and this is called basically a technology check to see if you are who you are, and we'll come to that later. So here we go. Turn that off. All right, I got you. Go away, Google. My calendar's like, you are presenting. I know. Let's blow this up. And I think I got to put it to what, maybe 150. Y'all should see it at 150. We talked about this already. Okay, I was going to move that. So let's look at the list. People in the room. Okay, Daje, you're up first. Can you read number 1?
No one has the right to hurt another person.
Thank you. Gabriel, can you read number 2? Mr. Mayweathers, are you there? Gabriel. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm gonna.
He stepped out for a minute.
Say what?
He went to the bathroom.
Oh, I'm gonna come back to him. Okay, so Joel, can you read number 2 then? Are you there?
Yeah. Education in the classroom is sacred.
Thank you, sir. That's my
Yeah.
favorite. You back, Gabriel?
Yeah.
Can you read number 3?
We will never behave in a way to discredit ourselves, our school, our family.
Thank you, sir. Lisa, can you read number 4?
And in Cell Academy of Southwest students, always a lady or gentleman.
Always, 24/7. Melody, number 5. Miss
I
Terry.
can't see it.
Well, you got to change your screens, dear. This is a technology check.
No, like, can you go down?
Oh, you said go down. It's right here.
We take part in Excel Academy of Southwest.
Thank you, dear. Sinkyra, are you there? Can you read number 1?
Respect the opinions of others.
Thank you, ma'am. Miss Franklin, can you read number 2?
We respect the culture of the classroom.
Thank you. Where are we at? Number 3, Mr. Champagne, are you there? Mr. Champagne, are you there? This is 30 seconds. Last try.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Read number 5.
We are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary endeavors.
Appreciate you, sir. I'm going to come back to you. We have a few more to go, right? No, we did all of them. Okay. So let's move on. So I'm going to resize my screen, and basically you should be where I'm at, right? Everybody should have their Google Docs up and running. And they also should have EDSB opened up on a tab on the other window or browser, because this is all a browser taking you through technology right now. You're going to also make sure you have a Google Doc, and you got to name the document, right? So what do we name the document? We've been doing this for 2 weeks. So
Intro to Engineering A, and the title is
Intro to Engineering A. Okay, you're close. That's the header. But what is the name of the document? Okay, I hear too many people.
Gravity Escape System.
Okay, that's a title. I'm gonna give y'all points. I just saw who did that. But what your answers are, I can give you better credit if you type it in the chat, because y'all are speaking in once, and I'm trying to hear both of y'all at the same time. Okay, so if you have answers to my questions, just type it. Let's make life easier on each other. Okay, so the question I was asking is the name of the document, and we just name it "Do Now," right? Like we did yesterday. That was the right answer. But my next question is, oh, okay, so Lisa put it in there. Yes, Lisa, that's okay. I just saw that. Yes, Lisa, that's the right answer. But I should have put 30 seconds up there, because y'all was just screaming out answers. That was kind of cool. All right, so you should have at least named the document like Lisa has done in the chat, right? The next thing is the header. I think Sinkyra was saying that. It's going to be Mike Tyler. Not Mike Tyler, but your name. The header. I'm an old school student, so you got to do what I'm saying, because when I was in school, I had to do these things. I'm sorry y'all didn't get the wonderful joy of doing it, but I'm making you do it now. So period. What period are we in? Who can tell me that? This is another moment for me to make sure people are paying attention. Type it in the chat. Oh, okay. Lisa put third. Well, who said third? See, y'all not following directions. I said type it in the chat. Y'all screaming it out though. Who's me? I gotta go back to my people screen. So say me again. Who was that?
Sankara.
Kyra. Okay. Okay, thank you. Because okay, y'all killing me. So it's third period. They're both right. I think Lisa put it. I gotta close this window. Somebody's dogs are acting up. Give me a second. Oh, goodness gracious. Why y'all be playing with them dogs? You know they gonna get aggravated. All right, so it's period 3, and then I think Sankara also said this is intro, right? And then she went further. I think she said intro to engineering A. She was like spot on because there's 2 sections of this. We got like A class and a B class. That doesn't mean it's one's better than the other. It's just there's 2 periods of engineering, right? So the title, I think someone else said that. I want to ask again. Oh, Sankara did. She followed directions. Okay, thank you, Sankara. All right. I do review these recordings. So if I'm saying I'm going to give you points, trust me, after I review it, I put the points in there. So if you're just not paying attention, it'll show because it's recorded. So leave the finesse game for the streets when you're in technology. It's all data. You can't get around mathematics. I don't care how you talk yourself out of it. So this title, right, is Gravity, like Sankara said, Escape. And where am I getting this from, right? It's in ESB. So you should get to the problem I'm working on. Escape system. And blow this up and center that. That goes in the center. The reason we do this in this way is because we want to make sure we're always doing a research formatted paper. So you're like, well, some students are sending it in and this is over here. It's missing the date. Look, I tell you all the time, if you go to a job and you only work a few hours, you only get a few hours of pay. But if you work the whole day, you get the whole check. So let's open it up for participation points again. And again, type in the chat who wants to read this first portion of the problem. It's in the chat, but you gotta type me. You gotta say it's me, and then I'll be like, read. So who wants to read this for 10 points? Me. Okay, Franklin. All right. Can you read what's in the chat now, please? You gotta turn your microphone on.
Okay. Synchronous problems need to be completed.
Start from the beginning. Start from the beginning.
Hello, all future electric engineers.
Electrical
Engineers. Synchronous problems need to be completed and ready to present tomorrow in class. Asynchronous problems have to be completed as homework and will be checked tomorrow in class as well.
Thank you. That's 10 points for her. All right. Someone else is going to have an opportunity to read the problem because I think a lot of us are not slowing down and reading these problems. We're just moving too fast. Who's that, Joel?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to need you to type in the future, brother, but go ahead and read that for me.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. In a gravity system, an enclosed lifeboat on a large ship is deployed by letting it slide down a ramp and then continue in free fall to the water below. Suppose a 4,680 kilogram lifeboat slides distance of 7 meters on a ramp that makes an angle of 65 degrees with the vertical. How much work does gravity do on the boat?
Thank you, sir. And I'm just responding to the chat. Some students are saying computer died. My computer finna die. I'm gonna type in the chat. Please correct it as soon as possible, or review the video class later on today. You guys got to be adults. We got to fix these things, and we got to take care of our equipment. Because if your computer's finna die, that means you didn't charge it up. I leave my computer charged up all night. I don't even really take it outside no more because there's no reason to go outside. So, like, take care of your equipment because throughout the school year, that's what you're going to use. It's just like your notebook, that computer. Where are we at? The problem that I put in the chat that Joel just read for credit is what you're going to put here as our problem we're going to start on. So take a moment. You can go from the chat or EDSB, right click once you highlight the question that Joel just read and put it in the chat. Now, it shouldn't be centered like this. If you can see my screen, it should be all left center or left align. Okay. And I'm tricking you guys into doing research papers without you even knowing it. So just follow the directions, you'll get maximum credit. That's the most easiest part of this class, following directions. Okay. All right, so let's get started. Okay, please. Okay, I thought it was a new chat message. That was just that. It says Gabriel. Is Gabriel back? Okay. Oh, he is back. Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Okay. No, it said something about you leaving, but I guess you're back. Okay. All right. So again, the videos will be available later on today. I try to stay diligent with that, but let's do this problem because it's 12:40. We get out of here at 1:20. All right. So I want to be able to give you guys a 5-minute break and then talk about the other problems because there's how many problems we got here? I think I gave you just 2 problems. Yeah. So real quickly, let's grab this problem before we forget about it and put that in the Google Doc as well because that's your asynchronous or at-home problem. And if you look at it, it's almost identical. Some people was not understanding the quiz. Like I'm giving you everything you need, but if you look at the problems, I only change the numbers on you. And that's all I do for every problem we've done on the quiz, right? So let's get into it. Now, I'm pretty sure that shouldn't be hard for you after I show you what to do. So let's look at this. Who remembers what the equation is for work? If I don't hear any, I'm gonna set a 30-second clock. What's the equation for work?
Math.
Not math. Anybody else? You also got Google at your fingertips. There's no reason to guess. I'm teaching you guys to use these computer tools and internet tools correctly and not to post. Oh my goodness, Lisa caught it. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. Work.
Work equals force times
I
distance.
gave you late, brother. She got you. She got you. I'll give you 5 points for trying, though. She got you, but if you look in the chat, she just told us. I gotta move faster. Lisa's used to that 30-second rule. Time is everything, right? Okay, so now that we have the equation for work, we gotta also remember what is the equation for force. Let's see if anybody remembers that. Type in the chat, because if y'all all scream at once, I can't figure out who said what first. When you type in the chat, there's a timestamp of who got it right first. What is the equation for force? We talked about, oh, Lisa got y'all again. Well, wait, she almost got it. She put times D. So close. It's not D, but what is it? We talked about this yesterday. So she's so close. Oh, Dajay took it. Oh, sorry, Gabriel. No. Dajay took it, though. It's acceleration. Very good. Thank you, Dajay. She typed it in there for you. So it's going to be mass times acceleration. And I'm doing it this way because in 5th period, I had a student say, I don't know how you got these numbers. So I'm slowing it down. Tyler is watching these recordings of class. He's trying to figure out how you can understand it better. Okay, so we got 2 major equations that we used from yesterday, and we're going to build upon that. So what does that mean? Well, if you don't know, there's an angle in
Can
there.
you zoom in a little bit?
Zoom in. Okay, now I'm going to lose some space on the screen, but I will. Okay, but now I got to recenter it. Does that help? Sinclair?
It's still a little blurry to me.
You gotta, okay, so on your screen, you gotta click on pin. You see a little thumbtack on my screen? If you pin it, it will block out all the other characters or other people in the room. So
I know it's blocked it out, but I don't know. I think you got to zoom in some more.
I can't zoom in no more. It's 200%. So you have to type as best you can or check the recording out, and I talked through everything I did. But a lot of students have asked, why don't you just know? Because that's copy paste time, and I need you guys to type. So I'm gonna need you to try to see it as best you can and follow along, but I'm not, because when I was in the building, a lot of students were just cheating. So we're not gonna do that. You have to type it as best you can, okay? So the only addition to this, okay, no problem. Only addition to this is this equation changes to not this part, the force part. Delete that. It changes to, what do we got? Maybe I can blow it up a little bit by using a different font. Let me try that. Control A. I really want you to try to follow along. Let's try 14. I don't know if that helps, but that's the best I can do, Ms. Lighter. So
Yeah, that's better.
okay, I just changed the font up some. I hope that helped. So gravity, right? Gravity is a form of acceleration, whether you know it or not. Now, this is another opportunity for participation. Force equals mass times acceleration. But what is gravity? And it's little g on Earth. It's a different g somewhere else. Type in the chat. What is the actual measurement of gravity? We're going to see if you can use Google the right way today. Who can tell me?
The opposite force pulling us towards the ground.
That sounds like you just came up with that. The
I know.
number. What is the number of gravity? What is it measured at here on Earth? No more guessing. Sorry.
That's not a guess. That's right.
But it's not right if it's not the number, sir. It's called math. Who can tell me? 30. Thank you, Dajay. It's not right. Stop trying to fight me, man. I'm just trying to teach you how to learn.
You
9.81.
keep talk your little shit, man.
Okay, well, you can beef with me, but you should argue with the authors, not me. I'm only teaching you the material. You have to, apply it. So I'm going to highlight this 2. And then I'm going to raise it to the power of 2, right? And that's how you do that. And that's a form of acceleration, because acceleration is measured the same way. So this dimension you see here, copy that and put it here, is basically your acceleration, right? That's how acceleration is measured. Hello, Mr. Rush. Okay, what did I change? I was changing screens. I seen somebody came in the room. I thought that was a student. Okay, so I turn this off, and I'm just making it known what acceleration is measured in. It's the same as that form of gravity. So let's do our known and unknowns, because it's 12:46, and I really want to get to the 5-minute break period so you can stretch your legs and stuff. All right, so if I go up, we have all the tools we need to begin this physics problem. But the problem is we didn't set up our known and unknown values. And one of the known values is what, I think it was Miss Moore who found the right answer. Let me see here in the chat. It was Dajay. It was 9.81, and she put M, but I knew she at least looked it up. She didn't just, hey, say something. No, you got to be the right answer. So 9.81 meters per second squared is gravity.
Funny, bro. You said, what is gravity? That's what gravity is, bro. It's
it's not. No, it's not. We got to stop that. We got to stop.
Look at that, my boy.
No, I'm not your boy. You got to stop that though, because you're teaching ignorance, and that's not good. You have to look things up, and you have to know what they are. Right now, you want to argue, and that's not the place or the time for that. Education in classroom is sacred, Mr. Champagne.
Are you still sit right here and talk?
I'm about to mute you because you're being a disturbance. Mr. Rush, take note. You got to stop that, dude. You got to grow up. Thank you. You muted yourself. All right, let's continue for the benefit of the group. All right, so what are we working with? Known values. I should blow that up too, because she probably can't see that. Unknown, unnecessary. That moment was a moment necessary. All right, so this is like 14. So why is this bigger? Okay, scroll up. I just got to change the size of this so she could see it. Make sure she could see it. Oh, it's in a different font. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, so that should be a little bit better for you. Now, like I said, the first value, we already talked about it. And that's gravity here on Earth. It's measured by scientists for decades at that number, right? So let's continue. Go back to our problem, because we need to know what our known and unknown values are. So if we look at this, and that when I was going back and forth with Champagne, I forgot to mention something. There's something called an angle. And that's we call that theta. So theta, we hit insert, because I'm going to be using this throughout the problem. Go to insert and special characters, right? I think I've shown you this before. If you were in class, you click on math, it allows you to go to different characters for mathematics, right? So you got to go through, and if you type theta in this search bar, I just typed THE, and look, it found a mathematical symbol for the Greek letter known as theta, right? That is basically how you designate in mathematics an angle. So we call this theta. But so you don't get it wrong, and I want you to get in the habit of doing it, because I'm making you guys professional engineers right now. You're going to have to go back to insert and try it out. But let me go through the problem. So I want to make that known. So let's look at our problem again. Let me make sure I'm set up. I was talking about that angle. Now you used to mass, which is this 4,680 kilograms, and you're also used to acceleration. Remember I talked about, it's, oh, I'm sorry, not acceleration, but distance right here. So we got little a lowercase d for distance. We have a mass, right? And it looks like we got that in terms of, for our force calculation, mass goes here, right? And it says how much work is done. So what you're going to see is acceleration itself is not giving it a problem, because we're dealing with gravity now. I want to make that known, because when you come to Friday, you're going to be like, well, I don't know what gravity is. The problem didn't say it. It says it in the problem. We got to slow down and read it, right? How much work does gravity do on the boat? So I'm going to put this in the chat so you could think about it. But it's similar to what we did yesterday. Probably going to have to use some algebra too. So let me open it up and post this here. That's our unknown value. I want you to think about that carefully. So moving on. We know unknown, we're looking for what? We just said it. This is superscript. I got to change that. There we go. So that's going to be work, right? Back up and see if we ask that right. How much work? Work is going to be equivalent to some number. And who can tell me what the measurement for work is? Let's put 30 seconds up here and see who gets it right in the chat. Please type it in the chat. What is work measured in? A lot of people that need credit need to speak up, or at least type it in. If not, I'll just type what it is. Jay put J, close. What does J mean though? There you go. Okay. We're gonna have to start using our internet correctly, like Dajay, because you're probably looking it up or going to your Google Docs. Right? So let's keep going. What else did the problem give us? I kind of said it. So I'm looking at the clock. I'm just going to type it out for you. Mass is equivalent to this number up here in the problem. I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to come here. And then let's see. Let's keep going. We have a distance of 7.0 meters. Okay. So come down and put distance. Maybe I should type it up so you'll know what it means. And then I'll use a mathematical shorthand. And that's going to be not that, but it was 7.0. And it's just meters. Okay. So we got that. We got that. And then don't forget, we got to use that special little character called theta. Let me blow that up some because it's really small. So y'all can see that. That was in the notes. I forgot to put the notes in the center. Okay. All of this is your notes for whenever you need them. Okay, so this gives whoever's reading your work a reference of what you were thinking about or doing. So again, angle, which is this here, theta, that's in the problem too. If you look above, and now I gotta come over, there we go, is equal to, come up, 65 degrees, right? And then vertical is pretty much up and down, all right? So it gives you an idea. The lifeboat is sliding down a ramp, and down that ramp, if I can show you, you pretty much have an object. So say this pin, I don't know if, can they see what I'm doing? Right, so on that object, this is a lifeboat basically. It slides down, and that's gravity itself. That's why you can't say it just goes down. No, how fast does it go down? That's acceleration. So it's physics. You have to use these terms. You can't just use whatever. So let's scroll, and that's 65 degrees, right? Now I'm gonna type out degrees, but in the future, you're gonna have to use a degree symbol. It looks like a little zero and it's raised to power. You go to insert, but as I go through the math, I'm not gonna be using the word degrees. I'm gonna be using, I hope you're listening, special character, and you come to math, like it's set up here, and you type degree. Right? And if we type degree, it's pretty much right here, degree sign. So this is what degree means. You know, I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but that's what you would put after the 65. So instead of putting 65 degrees, you could also say 65 degrees like that, just like a temperature, but actually we're doing like a little bit of geometry and trig there. And that's the same thing as writing 65 or theta. So
How you do your zero like that?
I do what? The degree symbol?
Nah, yo, zero.
You talking about this one, the degree? You said, how do I do it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so let me go through that again because that's important to get maximum credit on this assignment. You got to do as I do. So go to insert, special characters, right? I hope you're following. And then for the angle, it's called theta, T-H-E. And if you type just that bit, you come to this symbol here. If you highlight it, it shows you it's a degree symbol. So I'm not going to click on it, but you got other forms. As long as it's a degree symbol for theta, then you can use it, okay? I think that answered your question. All right.
I got it.
Oh, okay. So let's hurry up because it's 12:56, and I don't know if we've got time for the break, but we still got to get the solution on the screen so you guys can work on the other problem, right? So I think I can come down. Okay, that's the second problem. Come up, and we got all of our known values, right? These two are pretty much identical. It's just how you write them because it's called mathematics, you know. We did our known values. Let's jump into the work. So we know that force, let's just take that first one and get that out the way, is also equal to the mass times the gravity, right? So it's also saying F equals ma, and gravity is an acceleration. Put that here. I copied that from above from our notes. And this is your strategy section. So basically all you're doing is you're going to solve for force to go back and get the work like we did yesterday, right? So I'm going to shorthand write it or mathematically write it. F equals m times is lowercase g when you're talking about gravity on Earth. And what is our m? Let's just go back upstairs. We set this whole problem up, right? It's this 4,680 kilograms. So I'm going to take this again because you need all your steps. And I'm going to replace the m with the mass from above. So that's 4,680. I got some gnat in my face. Okay, or a mosquito or something. 4,680 kilograms. Put that here. Put it in parentheses, that all goes together. Then remember we talked about gravity. That was a number that I think Ms. Moore got correct in the chat. And that's here. So we're going to put that inside of the gravity we're going to use. All right. So I'm not going to go through the dimensional analysis because I just want you to get the problem right on the asynchronous part. But do know that when you put grams and kilograms together, or I'm sorry, not grams, but kilograms and meters per second squared together, you get a Newton. So I'm just gonna rewrite it, but there's a lot of crossed out steps I want to get into, but I'm looking at the clock and I didn't give you guys a break. And we still got to put this solution back into our work to find out what it is, right? So let me keep going. So we need, what is it? I said gravity. Did I copy it already? Yeah. And I got to turn that that super script off. Okay. And then remember, usually you would do the extra step. If you do the extra step I'm talking about, and I showed you yesterday, you'll get some extra credit towards the assignment. So I'm talking about the part where you strike out the right dimensions. I'm going to see who did it, but I'm going to be expecting you to also do it on Friday. So just try it out, you know, because practice only makes you perfect or near perfect. So what does this become? Well, we're going to take this. And remember, I said, you know, that what disappears is this. So I'm going to highlight everything that disappears. And that's just the dimensions. said I wasn't gonna do it, and I'm doing it. That's a force of habit. Let me just hurry up and do it because my body just wanted to make sure that was right. All right, so these two cross out, and what pops out is a Newton. I was like, I'm talking about it, but I could just show them instead of talking. And I'm gonna take this again, remove everything, and rewrite what it is. Okay. And what happens is this goes away, right? And I'm moving a little fast because we're running out of time. Did this yesterday, so and the video will be available, but that we got that much. So make sure those steps are there. Is all I'm saying. What else? We got to combine these two numbers. So we're going to take these two and we're going to go to, we can do Google real quick because they're pretty quick. A lot of y'all not liking my symbol ad for some reason. I don't know. Did I do that right? That's 4,680 times 9.81. That gives us this number here. It's 45,910.8. So that's, what do we say? 45. That's a lot of force, huh? 980.8. I think that's what it was. Oh, 45,910. 910.8. There we go. And this is measured in newtons. So we're almost done with this problem. And then I think I'm just going to finish the problem up and let you guys get ready for your next period because I didn't even give you your break yet. So I'm going to bold this, just like Thursdays, substitution method days. We're going to take this and substitute it into this equation here for work to find our final answer. So in order to do that, we need to use theta, right? But I didn't give you the equation for theta yet. So there's a modification to this work equation where it includes the angle that the boat is coming down. And that's going to be simply new equation. So I hope you're paying attention. It'll be this here, but multiplied by cosine. Here's where the trigonometry comes out. And inside of it goes theta. Okay. And it shouldn't be uppercase. Let me change that to correct. That's probably what the issue was. There we go. Maybe that's why Sankara was like, why does it look like that? I guess it was too small. All right, so that is what we're going to use to finish the problem off. And this is the equation that's most important for the second problem as well. All right, so all these steps are required to do the second problem. But let's knock it out. So I told you what to use. Let's grab that from the top. And I'm going to put this here. And come down one, I'm just going to write the mathematical version so it's shorthand. So it's going to be work for W is equal to force multiplied by little lowercase d multiplied by cosine. And don't forget, inside the parentheses goes theta or theta, the Greek letter we talked about a moment ago. Okay.
Mr. Todd, can you leave it like this, like your screen, so I can be able to type this stuff up?
You got to be quick because we get out of here. And I was trying to get y'all a 10-minute break, but go ahead. I'll leave you here for about 2 minutes, okay? Because I'm looking at the clock. It's 1:20. This ends. I'm gonna give y'all 2 minutes to catch up. But the video will be available later, so you just got to open up the video, do a side by side, and type it up and get it done. But it's up to you. So 2 minutes. And those that know what to do next, go ahead and type it in so you ain't got to worry about it. All I'm going to do is put the force in there from above that we calculated, right? I'm going to go back up to my knowns. I'm going to put the distance in there. And then I'm going to put the angle inside of cosine. And then last thing I'm going to do is show you how to calculate things for cosine, sine, and probably tangent. I think that's all we're going to talk about. So use this minute to catch up because the student asks. But again, I still got a few more steps to do to finish this problem off, right? So when this clock ends, I got to move on.
I took a picture, Mr. Tyler. We can keep going.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I'm gonna stop this clock. I'm assuming that was enough for everybody, but we're running out of time, you all, and I wanted you to have a final answer. So when you try the homework problem, it's not, it's blowing me. I don't know. No, you just follow the same things Tyler did. I gave you the video, the notes. No, you don't get away with that. So work is equal to. We're gonna put our numbers in now because, like I said, you look above. Force is this. That's why we did all that work to find it. That there. Put it in parentheses because we gotta put our next value in, which is distance. I gotta go all the way to the top where our known values are, right? And that is distance was 7.0 meters. So I'm gonna take that from here and come all the way down, and this is multiplied by, in parentheses, the distance that was given. I'm gonna clean up the underlying stuff. You guys don't have to do that part. I'm gonna take that off in a minute. I'm just trying to get the values inside. Cosine theta, in theta, if you come back upstairs, was what? Take a look at our known values. We said that was 65 degrees. Now I want to use this one because that's how you're supposed to put it in a research paper or an academic paper. And that's raised to power. I'm gonna bring it down because that don't look right. There we go. That's a lot better. And this. Okay, so let's just make sure it's clean. There we go. And that goes for all of you guys. Just make y'all the same font. So that font size would be 14. That's clean. All right. So now we're going to calculate it and finish it off so we can get ready to get to our next period, which is fourth coming up. I'm going to take all of these. Remember, newtons and meters make joules. If you forgot, it's cool. Don't worry about it. So I'm going to take this. And basically, with trigonometry, the values are dimensionless. So they don't have like anything that it pops out with. So what crosses out? The meters. What crosses out? The newtons. And on the end of this all, we'll have what? I said it already, joules. So take this down here and just clean the equation up. And we no longer have meters. We no longer have newtons. And that's our new equation now. And at this point, we're just putting in a calculation. So we can do it in SimLab or we can do it in Google. I think Google will handle this. Copy this and say, hey, Google, I don't want to know what's on TV. I want to know what this equals, right? So, okay, so I didn't put the equal sign. That's my fault. Here, equal sign. Let's see if it works now. Nope, that didn't work. That's what I was worried about. So we got to do it the old-fashioned way, which is SimLab. I wanted you to see that. I'm not just wasting y'all time. So in SimLab, I can figure it out. Google can't calculate everything, it seems. But I'm going to say, hey, what was the number? I'm going to put it in chat. I'll put it in here, right? And you see how SimLab handled it. And I'm going to put in the chat SimLab itself so you can like get the hang of it to do the second problem. You might want to bookmark this link that I'm putting in the chat. All right. Now I'm looking at the clock. It's 1:08. Let me hurry up and calculate this. That's what I'm using to calculate that answer. I want to use it too. So let me go back to the problem. Did I calculate it? I didn't even hit enter. It should be what? So if I look, that's going to be this long number, right? So we're going to say 20. So that's 13. It was at 135.8. Now that's how much work is done too, by the way. So the number's not wrong. Let me bring this over here so I can see it. And come back to this. And the answer, the final answer was what? Work is equal to, and what was it? 135, because it's so
Can you
small.
move the document over a little bit, Mr. Tyler?
Yeah, give me one moment. I'm just trying to type the answer because I was trying to see both screens. All right, does that work?
Yes.
Cool. And that's your final answer, okay? So all this is due at 8 p.m., right? That includes the problem below where you got to attempt it on your own, okay? They do not get 50% credit because you said forget 2A. It's a homework problem that goes with the assignment by 8 p.m. Turn it in late, you only get 80% of the credit. All right, so it's 109. I have not really given you a break. We get out of here 120. I'll be in here till 120 to answer any questions you need. That's all I was trying to save is 10 minutes. So you either leave early if you don't have questions, or you can stick around and then you can hammer me all sorts of interesting questions. It's up to you guys. That's just telling me I gotta get ready for the next meeting or the next class. Okay.
Mr. Tyler.
Yes, who's that? Lisa?
Yeah, I
Go
have a
ahead.
question. It's not about this.
You said it's
It's
not
about
about,
school.
it's about school?
Yeah.
What about school? I think I could try to help you. I don't know what it is.
I was gonna ask, when this quarter end?
Huh?
When does this quarter end?
Oh, dang, that's a great question, Lisa. I gotta ask Banky and Ortiz that one. I'm not sure, Lisa. Rush, do you know? Dang, she caught me off guard with that one.
As soon as she asked, I started looking. Hold on.
It's okay. She caught me off guard. Lisa, good with that. That's a great question, Lisa, because I need to know when I should tell you our final exam is coming up, and I don't know that yet. That's a great question. So Mr. Rush should probably let me know, or one of the staff will update me. I'm not sure.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem. Any other great questions? That was powerful. I was like, I didn't even think about that.
From what I understand, it's November the 5th.
No, okay, there you go, Lisa.
Thanks.
November 5th. Okay, now I know how to schedule my quizzes and stuff.
That'll be $3, Lisa.
He said $3.
I don't have no cash app or nothing.
Oh, good call.
All right, well, now I gotta add tax. That'll be $10. Thank you.
Oh goodness, boy. He bring life to the classroom. All right, so November 5th. And final exams. I gotta write that down so I get that stuff set up. I didn't think to ask that question. All right. I think that's it. Quizzes, dates. I also gotta look up holidays. No one has any questions? I mean, I want you to have time in between periods. You're free to go if you don't have any questions. This is my take that break. In fact, let me start a timer before okay, all right.
All right, I'm out, Tyler.
I see you tomorrow, sir. 8 p.m. though. Remember, turn it all the way up. Okay, all right. 8 p.m. everybody. I'm serious. Please, please, please don't make life hard on it.
Have a good day, y'all.
You too, Lisa. Keep up the great work. So, Kyra, you there? Or you're busy. You're free to go, dear.
I'm here. I can leave now.
Oh, okay, okay. I just want y'all to have your moment to relax for the next period. It's about to start, and I'm about to close this room. Franklin, you're still here. You good? You had any questions or no? Okay. And I'm just gonna wait till 15 and then start the video processing. Get ready for next period.
Who else still here? Anybody still here?
Sharon Franklin is still here. I was trying to check, but she didn't respond. So,
ain't no way.
It's cool. I'm gonna close the classroom in 2 more minutes.
Oh, okay.
So I got to get ready for next period.
You've been doing a good job with attendance because I've been double backing and looking and trying to see if anything you missed.
I'm trying. I appreciate that, but I'm one man team doing this. Glad to have you here.
Yeah, I've been looking. I'm like, oh, he got him. Up, he got her. Up, he got her. He got her.
I'm running two screens, man.
I can't check nobody.
Well, I know you had access to that, and tomorrow maybe you could do that for me. It'll help, but because it's hard keeping up with the screens and stuff,
Yeah, it's cool.
That helps. So,
yeah, it's whatever you want to. You know what I mean?
That's fine, man. I'm just glad somebody's helping me. That's cool because
this
is uncharted territory for everybody. All right. Okay. So
Sharon Franklin, you sleep? You sleep?
He took the words out of my mouth. Sharon, are you there? Because I'm about to get ready to close the classroom. I gotta call home and figure out what's going on with her. She's here, but she probably stepped away.
Yeah, I was going to say that's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up. I gotta get a list together of students that's not been showing up so I can start making some calls. I just need a list of students to call. I gotta look and check back.
Don't stress yourself out about that. That's why I do the recordings. So I'll send you the recordings. I send it to all the students, and I'm very vocal about who's here, who's not, all that, because I go back and review them. Call it being a nerd, but I have to do that. Keep the bill paid.
That's called being careful.
Okay. All right. So 15, Sharon, I'm about to eject you. I hope you get to your next class. Rush, I'll see you when I see you, sir.
All righty.
Okay. Let me stop the recording. Where is it at?